This podcast does not contain spoilers.
We were driving past Zizek's Road yesterday, and we thought to ourselves, why not have a movie quick draw? That would be faster, quicker, and just as mean. Quick draw. Welcome to Microsodes.
Hello.
Welcome back to another quick draw. Well, I don't know what you were going to say. Okay.
Welcome to another quick draw.
Oh, yeah.
Like always, we start at the same time.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, never mind then.
Welcome back to another episode of Microsodes Quickdraw.
Welcome back.
I'm here with my lovely wife,
Ashley.
And I'm Bobby. Today we're going to be reviewing quickly the movie
Companion.
Not to be confused with The Companion, A Companion, and Companion.
My companion, your companion, our companion.
Not to be confused with any websites that are out there either.
Oh, yeah. No Ashley Madison over here.
That's right.
I'm really glad your last name wasn't Madison. That would be very awkward.
Please don't sue us. Anyway, Companion is a movie that's rated R. It was released in 2025. It is a thriller / sci-fi genre and runs for 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Nice.
Here are the places that you can watch it for free on Max with a subscription, YouTube Primetime, Hulu Premium, Sling TV, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, or Google Play Movies and TV. However, the Google Play Movies and TV, you have to pay $5.99 for it. Apple TV Plus, you have to pay $5.99 for it. Or Fandango at home, you have to pay $5.99 for it.
Even if you have like an Apple TV Plus membership?
Evidently.
Wow.
They must have to license it from other people.
Or maybe you have to pay for it now. Maybe eventually you won't.
Hopefully not. So that is it. That's what I've got as far as the movies go. But I think if I was paying attention earlier, it sounded like you might have some trivia facts for us.
Yes. Would you like me to start with the movie facts?
Absolutely.
Okay. So my first fact is that the opening scene when she's walking through the market is based on the 1975 movie Stepford Wives.
Huh. It wasn't, is it close to the one that they did with Nicole Kidman a couple of years back or no?
You know, I'm not sure. I think maybe the one with Nicole Kidman was a remake of the 1975 one.
Oh, I'm sure it was because it has the same name. I just didn't know if there was the same scene. Interesting, though.
Yeah. So that was one of my facts.
Awesome.
Do you have any facts? I have one more, so I'll let you go first.
No,
I'll tell
you got to hit me
one.
with both because I think the one that I've got might actually
be the best. Okay.
I don't know if it's the best, but it might be something that's very entertaining for some people that are out there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, my second fact has two parts. So I'll read the first part now and I'll read the second part at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie?
I mean, at the end of the review.
Okay.
So it grossed $37 million in the first weekend.
Wow.
And they only had a $10 million budget.
Nice.
Well, only, I don't know. Is that normal?
Well, depending on how much you go into with studios and those kinds of things, I think a lot of it mainly went to the actors, their budget.
Probably.
Because there wasn't a whole lot of craziness that went on with CGI or anything nuts. So I was thinking maybe the majority of the budget went to actor salaries.
That makes a lot of sense.
But great for the company that they can make that money back.
I agree. And that's it. We'll travel back to that one at the end of the review.
Okay. I am going to say something that isn't necessarily a spoiler, but it could be. But here's an interesting movie fact. Jack Quaid whose character's name is Josh, is listening to Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls in the scene where Iris gets delivered to his residence. Jack Quaid's mother, Meg Ryan, starred in City of Angels in 1998, for which that song was written.
Wow. That is very interesting. That is a crazy movie fact, because that is not okay. So we just asked for like one topic for each movie fact to make sure that we're not saying the same one.
Right.
So what you said was Iris.
Correct.
And I have a different one on Iris that you didn't mention. So
no.
Okay, so I'll mention that one too, which is kind of cool. So Iris is Siri spelled backwards.
Which, without ruining the movie or giving away any spoilers, it kind of plays a prevalent role throughout the narrative.
Yeah, you're right. It really does.
Because there's nothing else that I could really attribute that to. But I just thought that was kind of like a cool throwback and nod to both him and his mom.
That is very cool. And when you were telling me that fact, I kept thinking, Jack Quaid is Meg Ryan's son? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan.
What? I am blown away. Sometimes I learn, just like that girl from Stranger Things. Isn't she's Uma Thurman and that other guy's kid.
Oh, Airplane Inspector? I'm kidding. I don't know what her name is.
I think her name is like Mary or no, Misha. Moira. Moira's Rose's Garden.
Moira's Rose's Rose Garden. So you think in Stranger Things?
Uh-huh. Well, you can look up Uma Thurman and God, I can't remember that guy's name. And they have a daughter who's on Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, her daughter, Maya Hawke.
Yes, Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is her dad.
You were 1,000,000% correct. Maya Hawke.
Maya. Mm-hmm. Oh, I knew it was an M name.
See?
I didn't get any of the names right.
At least it wasn't an M. Night Shyamalan, because you know there'd be a twist.
Do you think his name is Maya Night Shyamalan?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Okay, so what do you have to say about the movie?
Oh, no. Not this evening, young lady.
Oh.
We're starting off with you.
With
one.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And just as a reminder for quick draws, what are we doing? We're not doing any kind of categories. We're not changing anything. We're just giving an overall, is it a hit or a miss? Correct?
Oh, yes. Can I say it right now, what I think?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well, right?
Okay. I think Companion is a hit. I would definitely recommend someone to watch it. So,
Hit.
Oh, quick draw.
Quick draw. Sorry.
So I would recommend it. I thought it was an intriguing story from the start. Mm-hmm. I really like movies that make you think. And so this one, I was thinking about completely different scenarios the entire time. And the story was completely different than what I thought. I did not think it was predictable.
Okay.
I thought it was a unique story, so I really like that. Oh, I read that a billion times. Unexpected storyline and plot twists. Cohesive plot with enough details to make sense. That's literally what I wrote. What? Oh, to make sense and stick to... Oh. It's a cohesive plot. And there are details kind of like The Electric State and what was the other one that we just...
Fountain of Youth? Crooked Man?
Yeah. So those movies have a lot of plot details. And then at the end, they have so many different plot details that they all got jumbled up.
Right.
And this one had just enough details, like secondary details about the plot that were enough for them to stick to from the beginning to the end. And it was very cohesive in that regard.
Yeah.
And I said I really like the acting. I think they did a great job. And I think the girl, I mean, we see Jack Quaid in...
The Boys.
In The Boys.
Right. And then he's also been in the movie Novocaine, which maybe we'll review, coming up.
Yeah. If you have seen it or want to see it, let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard good things. I've heard mixed reviews. So if you guys have something that you really want to see, please let us know, because it'll help us narrow down all the options that are out there.
Exactly. So although I do think that Jack Quaid is a great actor, as always, because we see him in The Boys.
Right.
I think he did a good job in this time. I think all of the other people did a pretty good job. But the girl, I don't know her name, the main actress in this, was incredible because she was entirely believable in every aspect, whether it was like what she was saying or her body language or facial expressions.
Okay.
I think she did a fantastic job. So it was very entertaining to watch, and I like the unique story.
And
I highly recommend it.
Her name is Sophie Thatcher, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And she's been in a ton of different movies. She was in Heretic, which I know that we want to really see. She's been in Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
And then she's in another movie that we wanted to see, but we haven't seen yet, Maxine.
Oh my gosh. I really want to see that movie.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's necessarily something that has to do with the path or the movies that she's getting kind of cast into. Mm-hmm. But it seems like she has a very unique set of skills, and I guess we'll see where it goes.
I agree.
Is that all you had to say about it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I said, I guess I should read some of my other bullet points. I stopped at the first ones. Okay. I said the writing. But then this, I guess I wrote down kind of our similar rating system. Like, I didn't give it a point score, obviously, but I wrote, like, writing was very believable. The conversations felt natural. Mm-hmm. The direction was engaging. I felt all the scenes were really interesting to watch, like, to look at. And all the transitions between scenes were seamless.
Fair enough.
And that's all I have. That's literally all I have. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I see a lot of similarities in what we would say. I would say that this one, for a quick draw rating for me, would be a hit. With almost like, for all those people who shoot out there, you kind of hit the target, but you almost missed it. The concept of the movie was incredible. I thought the acting was great. I thought the scenery was done really, really well. The plot had a lot going on with it. There's a lot of practical effects. The part where they lost me, though, was the very end of the movie. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, I guess it would be the third one, you'll know what I'm saying, which is the movie ended 8 times.
This movie, Companion?
Yes, Companion ended the same way that Lord of the Rings ended. It's just every time that you thought the story had ended, it doesn't. And I think that speaks more to the length of the movie, because this movie was only an hour and 37 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like what they did was they had a great concept. They ran through it all. And then they were like, well, we have to put more in the movie for people to understand. Okay. There's also a blend. And once you guys watch this movie, there's also a blend of the Terminator in it. And if you've ever seen the Terminator or Terminator 2 or any of the Terminator ones, you'll understand what I mean about it. So that's where it kind of lost me. I think it's good for a singular watch, but that's the reason why I would say in a quick draw, sometimes you hit right on the target. Sometimes you hit the target, but you miss. It's still in there, but you might have already missed it. Or sometimes you miss it completely. So for me, it would be a hit, but only slightly, not dead center quick draw.
So if you had to say, because we already know you didn't like Hellboy as much as some other movies, which movie would you,
Companion 1,000,000%. If I'm sorry to cut you off there. If your question was going to be, which would I prefer that someone watch, Companion 1,000,000 times over.
Hands down, me too. Definitely.
I honestly feel like Hellboy probably could have been, back in the day, we used to have Blockbuster videos.
Yes.
Sometimes things would go straight to VHS or straight to DVD. I feel like Hellboy went straight to DVD.
Yes.
If we were going to the theaters, if I paid money to see Hellboy, I'd be upset. If I paid money to see Companion, I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, it's a good watch. So this is the continuation of my movie fact where Companion grossed $37 million in the first weekend.
Okay.
And had a $10 million budget. I liked Companion far better than Hellboy, the Crooked Man. However, Hellboy's budget was $20 million.
Okay, so twice as much. Okay.
Twice as much. And Hellboy grossed, I'll have you guess.
2010. I would say
and
maybe,
based on the movie too.
Yeah, I would say probably like $10 million, maybe $15 million.
See, like that's what I thought. I was thinking like 14 or something because it wasn't very good, and the trailer didn't really look that great either. But it grossed $2 million. That's it.
I guess that's all the people that have ever bought a Hellboy comic.
Can you believe
went
that?
out there to see that movie.
My gosh. And then they said this was the low budget one. Hellboy 3 with David Harbour, the movie that he was in, Hellboy 3, had a $40 million budget.
And how much did they
tanked
make the
that
first
one too.
Yeah, it's just, I think the thing is that the original fascination with Hellboy, even though it was a comic book character and all of those different kinds of things, I think you just had the right director at the right time. Guillermo del Toro, I mean, he's done a bunch of different things, Pacific Rim, we've talked about it a ton of times. And he also had that like Halloween thing that he did. Remember that? Where he had all the like the weird short stories.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay.
And so you can even see from that his visualistic style, right? And so I think that lent itself to the first two, the success of the first two movies. But I think even he knew, well, it's kind of run its course. We have a guy with a giant red arm, we have a fish man, and we have a girl that can set everything on fire. And then we have a scientist and like a security agent.
Yeah.
Like, how much further can we go with this? But the visuals in those movies, that's totally worth the money to me. Because he did the first two. Because you were talking about the third Hellboy.
Oh, he didn't do the last one.
He didn't do either 3 or this reboot.
Oh, okay. So I found out what 3 did.
Okay, so it was a $40 million budget.
$40 million budget.
And it did the first week?
Now, this one is broken down into domestic and international. Would you like to know the total, or would you like to know one first?
Well,
the total?
Okay, can I make a guess?
Yes.
$40 million budget.
It came out in 2019.
Yeah. I'm going to say $25 million domestically and about $15 million internationally. So I would say $40 million the first weekend if I was going to guess.
That was a very good guess. And surprisingly for both of us, international did more. They did 60% compared to domestic, which was only 40%. So domestic was 21 million.
Wow. Okay. I got pretty close.
You did. Well, 22, it's 21.9. So 22 million. And international was 33 million.
Oh.
So it's 55 million.
Wow. I mean,
so at least they got over the budget.
Right.
They at least made $10 million.
See, but we're only talking about the budget for the movie. We're not even talking about the studio or whatever else and all those different, the promotional things and stuff like that. We're just talking about they made the money back for the budget. Who knows what their
for the marketing and the ads?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So they probably, I mean, at least if they gross that in the first weekend, they're trending towards breaking even. Mm-hmm. But even if it's only breaking even, for me, I'd be like, okay, we broke even. Let's just call it what it is. Nobody wants to see this. We have to wait for another serious reboot. Let's not make another reboot about witches in the forest.
Right. I mean, there are a ton of movies you could make. There are a ton of books you can create into movies if you don't have, I don't know, a storyline.
Right.
Why this? Like, you could even do a sequel to any other movie. And this one, the third one, did so poorly that none of the people signed on from the third movie to do the fourth movie.
No, because I think
it was a whole new cast and crew.
Yeah, I think that they saw what it did. And they were like, this just isn't it. And, not to knock, because once again, I haven't seen the David Harbour one. I should see that. But Ron Perlman was the best help. Like, that's the guy. Mm-hmm. Just because of his sarcastic side, his build, the way that he looks, the way that Guillermo del Toro did it. Now, if Guillermo del Toro came back, that would be something interesting that I would want to see. Mm-hmm. But without that, I don't know who these people are and I don't know what's going on. And even if you throw a bunch of famous people into it, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a good movie.
Right.
Wow, that is very interesting. I literally couldn't have guessed what it might be, but I'm glad that I was close. It means that I have kind of a heartbeat on what movies are going to do.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so ultimately I would recommend Companion.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was a hit for me, but only slightly. If you guys think something different, please email us, let us know.
Yes.
That would be awesome. We love all the comments that have come in through YouTube and through where else?
Our email, microsodespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. So we really appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing, downloading our podcasts and listening to them. It's really awesome. I know it sounds really strange, but anytime that the little download thing clicks up, it really makes us happy.
Yeah, it really brightens our day. And we hope we're brightening your day. I mean, by listening to this, because hopefully we're not bringing you down. That's why we started this, because we're like, everything else around us is so heavy. We just need something lighter, something like you can listen to in the car while you're driving. You're just like, oh, let me just listen to my friends talk about whatever they're talking about today. Exactly. I'm not going to see that movie, but if I do, they're not going to spoil it anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. And that's what we're here for. I mean, there's enough, especially I think when we first started this, all those podcasts ago or Microsodes ago with Salem's Lot, I think one of the things that we said was that the world seems pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And actually it seems a little bit heavier today than it's been in a while.
We said today, or?
No, we said that when we first recorded Salem's Lot.
We did?
Yeah, we said we want to be here for you to bring a little smile, a little joy in your life, because everything can be a little bit heavy. And now here we are 5 months later, and it seems almost even a little bit more heavy.
Yeah, it does.
But that's what we're here for. We're here to give you a slight distraction, a little bit of a smile, a laugh, whatever day you listen to this. We're just grateful for you guys.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
And also meow from our special correspondent.
Meow. That was me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So
we're signing out, signing off.
All right. We will catch you on the next Quick Draw.
But until then, please write us a review or tell us a comment or subscribe. It would really brighten our day.
It makes us really happy when we see those kinds of things, and it brings giant smiles to our face.
Yes. So thank you very much for listening, and we hope you have an amazing day.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
And we'll see you next, and we'll talk to you next time on
Microsodes Quickdraw. As long as it isn't Microsoft, I think we're in the clear.
Perfect.
Don't sue us, Bill Gates.
Dun, 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 dun.